Alright everyone, welcome to the By the Minute Mixed Martial Arts Show. We're here on iTunes and probably YouTube. We'll see what happens with a bit of recording problem. We're here to talk last week's Fortaleza card and tomorrow's UFC London card. I'm Jody Jamieson and I'm joined by Nathan Waywell. How you doing, Nathan?
Hello.
That good, yeah?
Yeah, I was just waving to test to see if you could see me, but yeah.
Don't you worry.
Hello.
It's all good, right? So, do you want me to do a quick run through Fortaleza? Did you see anything from this card?
I saw results, but not the actual card. No.
Okay, so I'll just deal with a couple of things from basically the prelim main event, and then a couple of things for the main card. Kevin Lee defeated Francisco Trinaldo in a fight where Trinaldo won the first round quite clearly, and then Kevin Lee was able to turn the tide, get a rear naked choke. The thing that I love about Kevin Lee is that he's never out of a fight, and when he can take someone's back, the game is over. I think he'll have a ranking next to himself as well, because Trinaldo was ranked 11, so fingers crossed on that. Alex Oliveira defeated Tim Means by rear naked choke to open up the main card. It was a fight. Marion Renault and Betch Correa went to a draw. It was a majority draw. Basically, the second round was a clear 10-9 for Correa. The third round was a clear 10-8 for Renault, and it was just a case of how you scored the first round, which was a very, very close one. I had it 28-28. Two judges had it 28-28. One gave it 29-27 to Renault, but majority wins, so it went down as a draw. Rayborg beat Jussier Formiga in a pretty close fight by decision, 29-28 across the board. And Formiga, probably the two highest ranked flyweights who have never faced Demetrius Johnson and lost, yes, so that could push Rayborg close to the title. Edson Barbosa and Beneil Dariush. This was really, really interesting because if you saw the fight, I watched it back, if you saw in the first round what Dariush was doing, he was leading with a straight right jab, and then off the jab he was dropping down to try a double leg takedown, and Barbosa's takedown defense was pretty good, and to be honest, that was the only place Dariush was going to beat him. So in the second round, Dariush does the same thing again. It's obvious that Edson Barbosa's figured him out. He throws the right jab, and as he drops down, Barbosa just jumps with a flying knee and knocks him out. It was absolutely amazing. So Barbosa had him well scouted, and that'll be him right in the mix at 155. Shogun Hua beat Jean Vellante, TKO third round. Vellante's a good fighter, but he's got no defense whatsoever. That's kind of the story of Vellante. Hua was able to just break him down as he went along. Good to see that he's still about. And Vitor Belfort looks done. He got finished very quickly by Kelvin Gastelum. First 2 minutes he looked okay, but Gastelum just took over, and then finished him off. So that was that really. Gastelum's booked against Anderson Silva next, so that's going to be a really, really interesting fight. So I would recommend going back and checking out a lot of UFC Fortaleza. So yeah, really good card. So I would highly recommend it. So you got the card for UFC London in front of you, Nathan?
Yep, I've managed to get my phone against my laptop without pressing any buttons, which would probably just cause destruction and probably end our call.
Nice one. I've got my phone with the weigh-ins that are just about to start. We're recording this just at 5 o'clock on Friday. So I know the results to the weigh-ins. I did a little preview on the website as well. There was only one fighter who missed weight, Ian Entwistle, who's facing Brett Johns. Entwistle weighed in at 139. So Johns will get 20% of his purse, and we'll go through as such. So give me a couple of that are standing you on that, and we'll have a wee about it, and then I'll run through this. All right. What are you most excited for?
Yeah, I said it's like our camera. It's a stacked card in terms of fights.
I like it. It's a good card. There's nothing that's blow your mind brilliant on this card, but there's nothing that you're like, oh, I really don't want to see this. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I like this one. So give me a fight and we'll talk about it. Or do you want to just start at the top and work our way down?
Yeah, why not? There's only a couple which stand out to me, but they're near the top anyway, so we'll get to them.
Fair. So Jimi Manuwa against Corey Anderson is the main event at light heavyweight. Jimi Manuwa, obviously an Englander. Corey Anderson, an American. Going to be quite a partisan crowd in the O2 Arena tomorrow. How do you see this fight going? Who do you like in this one?
I'm picking Manuwa for this one. I reckon, like you said, the crowd tomorrow night is going to be. They've all had quite a few pints, and Manuwa, I guess, will use that to his advantage, and I think he'll get the win. And and his ranking will go up and up and up, and because I reckon he may be pushing for top 5. I reckon.
Yeah.
Where is he at the moment?
He's either 5 or 6 at the moment. I think he's. In fact, I think he was 6, and then when Ovince St. Preux got beat, he went up to 5. But I'm not 100% sure. But you're really looking at the title picture at light heavyweight. Obviously, you got Cormier as the champion. You've got Rumble, number 1 contender, and fighting in a couple of weeks for the belt. John Jones will be back in July. You got just above Manuwa, you got Gustafsson and Teixeira who are fighting each other in Stockholm in a couple of months. And you'd imagine that the winner of Gustafsson and Teixeira will probably get the next shot unless they literally just bring John Jones off suspension. So we'll see what happens there. But if Manuwa puts in a good performance here, I think he's got a really good chance of getting the title shot next. And I like him in this fight because I think the only thing Corey Anderson can do to him is take him down. And Manuwa's takedown defense is really underrated. If it's a stand-up fight, Manuwa will tag him early, and if Manuwa gets him in the clinch, then I don't see a good chance for Corey Anderson there. I like Manuwa in this fight. Anderson is too slow a starter for me to really impose his game plan on Manuwa, and I think he'll be able to impose on him. So
I think it could be over quite soon, the fight. Maybe first round.
I could see a Manuwa first round finish in this one, to be honest. But Corey Anderson, I think, is completely untapped potential. I think he's one of those guys that he has consistently underperformed at the level he should be at. So I'm looking at him to really put on a show tomorrow night, because he's got to show that he is a guy who can compete with the top 5 in the division. And this is his big opportunity, because he had a great performance in December, but that was against Sean O'Connell, who is a bit of a ham and egger at the moment. And he's got to come out the blocks quickly, but I don't think he will, and I think Manuwa will get to him quickly. So there's that. Co-main event, Alan Jouban and Gunnar Nelson. Gunnar Nelson's a big favourite for this one, and this is going to be a total styles clash. You're looking at Gunnar being the wrestler, the takedown guy, great jiu-jitsu. Jouban, stand-up fighter, good striking, wide array of kicks. How do you see this one going?
I'm going to be boring and just go with the favourite. I reckon Gunnar Nelson's going to get the win pretty easily. Maybe not like I reckon for Manuwa, and it'll be a first round win, but I reckon he'll get the win in probably the second or third round.
I reckon this fight will go to a decision, to be honest. But I like Alan Jouban in this fight purely because I think his ability to stay at distance will be able to stop him being taken down. And if this is a stand-up fight, I think Jouban takes it. Now, I say this a lot about fights, but if this ends up being a fight this is a fight where I think you'll kind of know who's going to win this fight in the first minute or so.
Yeah.
Because very quickly, Gunnar's going to go for takedowns. And if Jouban's able to keep him standing, then he's going to have a great chance. If Gunnar's able to take him down on the first attempt, then it could be a long night for Jouban. I do see this going to the decision. I suspect Jouban will be able to keep it on its feet. I'm actually going to have some money on Jouban, to be honest. So we'll see. We'll see how that one goes. Brad Pickett's last dance. He's fighting Marlon Vera. It's a catch weight at 140 because Vera was a short notice replacement for Henry Briones. Do you see Marlon Vera upsetting the Brad Pickett retirement party?
Nope. No, I do not.
No, I'm the same. I'm the same. I would have picked Briones to beat Pickett, to be honest, but I like Pickett against Marlon Vera. So hopefully we're going to see Pickett go out on a win here. I just think that in his hometown, the emotions running high. Pickett gave Faber, even though he lost 30-26, Pickett gave Faber quite an interesting fight last time out. So it's.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad. In a way, I'm glad to see that Pickett's calling it a day, because I think he's gone a little past his prime, but at the same time, I think he's got a perfect matchup for it. So,
I do reckon Pickett's one of those where I always see fighters' last fights or WWE superstars' last fights or whatever you call it, I always see people's almost last stand as something where they just give it their all because they know they haven't got anything to rest for. And I can see this happening here with Pickett. I can see him just getting out of the blocks fast, even though he's getting on a bit. So then I can see him winning by decision, despite a fast start from him.
Yeah, I think you could see a situation where Marlon Vera's the type of guy that Pickett could get to early and nearly finish, but I think Vera's the type who might be able to survive and end up getting to that point where he does drag out a decision that Pickett wins. But I'm really looking forward to this fight, to be honest, and I think this is your early favourite for fight of the night, so we'll see how that goes. I'll be honest. The first fight on the main card is one I really don't have a feel for. Arnold Allen and Makwan Amirkhani. I really don't have a feel for this fight at all. I'm not even going to make a prediction on this one, to be honest. These guys are both very well rounded. They can win in a variety of different ways. The bookies themselves don't really know what to do with this one. Arnold Allen's had a bit of a long layoff. I think he was supposed to fight at UFC 204. So that might be a factor, but I really don't have a feel for this fight. Have you got a feel for it at all?
Not a feel for it, but I have a winner in mind.
Who do you think?
Allen, I reckon, will somehow get a win, and I reckon it may well end up being a fight where both their qualities will cancel each other out, and it'll be quite a boring fight in the end, and not really a good start to the main card.
Yeah, I can't decide. What you saying that I can't decide if I think this is a fight of the night candidate or, like you say, two guys with very similar styles who'll cancel each other out and it'll end up a wee bit of stalemate. So that could go either way, to be honest. This could be like Wonderboy and Woodley the second time, where you've seen.
Don't even remind me.
Oh, it was awful. When you see the first fight and it's fantastic, and you're very excited for the second fight, and it just ends up complete stalemate. So we'll run through the prelims from the bottom to the top. Lena Landsberg and Lucy Pudilova. These two actually fought in 2015. Landsberg won a unanimous decision. Landsberg, to me, has just got better and better since then. Pudilova is a stand-in for Veronica Macedo, who pulled out quite recently. I think Landsberg will get the win again here. Any disagreement?
No, Landsberg, easy win.
I like Landsberg to win this. I like Landsberg actually to win this in the first round this time, to be honest. Bradley Scott and Scott Askham, two Englishmen. This will be quite interesting. This is another one I really don't have a feel for, because I think Bradley Scott's wrestling is really good, but Askham's really dangerous off his back, so that might cancel itself out. They're both reasonably good on their feet, probably at very similar levels, so I don't have a feel for that one at all. You got a winner in mind for that one?
If I had to pick one, I don't really have one, but if I had to pick one, I would go Askham, but I almost reckon, in a sense, like on second thoughts, I reckon it might go opposite to the way the first fight on the main card goes, whereby it will almost be both their styles will almost like generate quite a good fight, and I can almost see it going to I can see it going the distance, but it's still been quite a good fight.
Yeah, I think that has the same thing as we talked about with Allen and Amirkhani, but yeah, this is probably more likely to be a good fight, but we'll see. Ian Entwistle and Brett Johns. Brett Johns is a massive favourite. I sometimes wonder when you miss weight, like Ian Entwistle did, if you're draining your body to get to a certain point, even though he'll have like a 3 pound advantage this morning, that's not really translate to the octagon on Saturday. And sometimes when you really struggle to make weight, it really doesn't help your performance at all, having that extra 2 or 3 pounds. And I think Entwistle will be made to go up to featherweight after this, because he missed UFC, in fact it was UFC 204, he missed that because he missed weight. Sorry, not that he missed weight, was that he never even turned up to the weigh-ins because he fell ill. So I can't see past Brett Johns in this, and I think the only way Ian Entwistle wins, he's a heel hook wizard, and if Entwistle's able to get a heel hook, he can win that way. But if he doesn't win by heel hook, then he's not winning the fight, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I'll totally agree there. Yeah, like I said, we have to sort of go for Brett Johns because, well, if we don't go through him, A might not ever listen to us again. B might not come back on. So,
Yeah.
Brett Johns, you're the greatest UFC fighter ever. We love you, and yeah, you're gonna win easy.
Yeah, so check the YouTube channel. I interviewed Brett a few weeks ago. Go check it out. Brett was quality. Brett was on just after Belfast as well. He's the type of guy you could chat to for hours about UFC. He's the only fighter I've spoken to who's a bigger geek than me when it comes to UFC. So good on him. Leon Edwards and Vicente Luque. This could be really fun. Welterweight, this could be really, really, really fun. Luque, I think, is a slight favourite, and I it's one of those things. I'm just looking at it. Luque is 8-11 and Leon Edwards is evens, and that's exactly where it should be. I'd give Luque a slight edge in this fight, but really anything can happen. Do you fancy a small upset in this one for the Englishman?
Yeah, I can. Edwards to win. I reckon.
It's very possible. This is a really good fight. Tom Breeze, Olawale Bamboche. This is one where Tom Breeze is a big favourite. Breeze is really unlucky to have lost his undefeated record. He dropped a split decision to Sean Strickland, which could have really went either way. I think, if I remember rightly, I remember I had it 29-28. I can't remember who for, to be honest. I'd have to watch the fight again, but it was really, really close. Bamboche starts really, really fast. So if he can get to Breeze in the first couple of minutes, he's really, really, really got a chance here. I think if Bamboche gets to him quickly, he could win in the first round. But I think if Breeze either starts fast himself or gets out of the first round, I think this is Breeze's fight to lose. I think he'll be absolutely in control of a second and a third round in this fight.
Yeah, I agree. If Breeze can just see out the breeze of the first couple of rounds, and the strong storm that will face him, because Bambose's quite a big starter. Starter, sorry. And so if he can see out the strong breeze/storm at the start, he can get the win. I think, and I reckon he will.
I think Bambosche's a good price, but I'm still not convinced that I'll take him. I prefer Jouban as the underdog, to be honest. So, Mark Jacasey and Timu Pakalin. This is Jacasey's biggest test in UFC. His first two fights, he had a highlight reel at UFC 204. He had a quick turnaround at UFC Albany where he really had to use his wrestling to really grind out a win. Timu Pakalin, a lot of submissions on Timu Pakalin's record, so Jacasey, if Jacasey gets dragged into deep waters of having to win a grappling match, it's dangerous in a lot of different places, so could be really interesting. England or Finland for this fight? What do you think?
Quite patriotic, but I'm going Finland.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Pakalin in this fight, but I think Jacasey will win it. Really like this for Timu Pakalin. I think the type of matchup. Timu Pakalin's a big win, and I despite that Jacasey only been on two set prelims in his two UFC fights. I think this is a big fight for Timu Pakalin, and I think it's a nice matchup for him. But Jacasey just gets better and better every time I see him. So I am going to take Jacasey, but don't write off Pakalin, and you've taken him, and I don't blame you for it. Daniel Emelianchuk and Timothy Johnson. I saw both of their last two fights live. Basically, Emelianchuk had a good stand-up, who was winning a stand-up battle against Stefan Struve until he got taken down and kind of wrestled to death. And Timothy Johnson was very unlucky to lose a split decision in Belfast to Alexander Volkov. This is a fight where I think that Timothy Johnson, I think the stand-up exchanges here are going to be pretty even, and I think if Timothy Johnson, I would probably give the edge to Timothy Johnson standing up. But the big thing for me is if Emelianchuk gets any advantage standing up, Johnson will be able to take him down and will be able to beat him from there. I'm not expecting a finish in this fight, even though it's the heavyweights. I'm kind of expecting this to go the distance. But I see Johnson either outstriking him, or if he's losing the striking battle, taking him down. I really don't rate Emelianchuk's takedown defense, so I one way or another, I think Johnson's going to get the win.
Yeah, but I can see where it come from, but something inside me, like the first time I saw this card, I've just never not gone against Emelianchuk. Not in his whole career, I mean for this fight. And I can see this fight suiting him in a big way. And it like you said, after his performance at Belfast, I can't remember, what was that fight like? I've forgotten.
The Johnson one?
The Emelianchuk.
Oh, against Stefan Struve. It was the UFC Manchester one. It was basically Emelianchuk in the first 2 or 3 minutes outboxed Stefan Struve, and obviously Stefan Struve was nearly a foot taller with a reach advantage, but Struve never boxes well. Emelianchuk was doing a pretty good job coming in close, but Struve was able to take him down easily, and Emelianchuk was going nowhere when he was on his back. So I think Johnson. I think Johnson can do the same thing that Struve did to Emelianchuk. I think Struve is better on the ground than Johnson, but I still think Johnson's good enough to do what Struve did. But Emelianchuk has big power, so
I'm going with power rather than I'm just going for power.
Okay. Darren Stewart and Francimar Barroso. This is a rematch. They fought on remember when I was in Belfast and they had the Sao Paulo card the same night?
Yeah.
This fight was on the Sao Paulo card. I haven't seen it yet. It only went about a minute and a half. Darren Stewart won by TKO, but it got appealed because basically what finished the fight was an accidental headbutt that Barroso came on the wrong end of. So it got turned to a no contest. They're doing it again, this time in Darren Stewart's home country. I really feel for this, to be honest. This is one. That's the favourite, obviously hometown, but I'm very undecided about this fight. So, you got a prediction?
No, this is the first fight where I'm torn, to be honest. But I can tell Wikipedia have sided this. Darren Stewart doesn't have a Wikipedia page looking at the card, so Wikipedia have decided who's the bigger fighter.
Mark Jacassi. In fact, I've just remembered, I promised Mark Jacassi about 6 weeks ago on Twitter that I was going to, if no one had made a Wikipedia page for him within a week, I was going to do it, and I forgot. So I better get on that. Do you know how to make Wikipedia pages?
No.
No, neither do I. So I just remembered about that.
Did you like your tweet or do you retweet it? Has he recognised that you promised him?
Yeah, he did. He definitely. Something happened. I don't know if he retweeted it or he I can't remember if he retweeted it, he liked it, or he replied. I can't remember, but yeah, I'll owe Mark Jacassi a Wikipedia page, so I'll get on that soon. The main event of the prelims: Joe Duffy and Reza Madadi. I can't see past Joe Duffy at all.
No, Joe, easy win. I reckon this could be over within the first round with ease.
Yeah, this is the type of fight that I can see Joe Duffy submitting him in 30 seconds. I can see Joe Duffy submitting him in 3 minutes. I can see Joe Duffy trying to submit him, unable to do it, and winning like something like 30-25 on the judges' scorecards. I like Reza Madadi and he's dangerous, but I really don't see a path to victory for him here. I really don't.
Yeah, Joe Duffy, he's just going to be too strong in this fight, and like you say, he'll probably win. Whereas if we both just strongly backed him, it'll end up being a boring fight, which sort of drags out a bit, and then he'll win by decision.
Yeah, I can see so many paths for a Duffy win here now. I can't even come up with one for Madadi, apart from, anything can happen.
Some sort of one lucky strike which somehow makes connection.
Yeah, I think Joe Duffy is probably the most underrated guy in that lightweight division. So, I can't see past Joe Duffy. So we'll see how it goes. So that is going to be London tomorrow, 5:30 for the prelims. They're live only on UFC Fight Pass. We will have the coverage on ByTheMinute.co. I'll be doing the prelims. Then at 9 o'clock, the main card starts with the Al and Amir Khani fight. You covering the main card tomorrow?
What time does it start? If it's Saturday prime time start, well then I'm gonna have a bit of a fight to get control of the main TV.
Okay. Saturday 9 o'clock.
Anson Decker done by then.
Right. One of us will be doing the main card. It'll either be me or Nathan. I'll be taking you through the prelims till 9 o'clock, so that'll be fine. We've not really got any other business, have we?
Well, I think we have, and
Do we?
I think, yep. And we went on about a few podcasts ago now.
Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I don't even want to talk about it. Basically, yeah. Can I do this in a 15-20 second bulletin?
Yeah.
Right. There's an arena in Vegas that is booked for something like June the 10th. Booked provisionally in case it happens. Dana White and someone else, I can't remember who, someone from boxing basically said there's no chance it's going to be done by then. So we'll see what happens. That fair?
Yeah, that's fair. It's going to happen this year. When? I don't know.
Okay.
Mayweather said he's coming out of retirement for it. McGregor's doing McGregor.
I might be the only person on the planet who still thinks it won't happen. But, yeah.
Well, I don't think McGregor will really care today, so he'll be getting absolutely smashed on St. Patrick's Day. He's already put about 5 tweets about it. But, he'll probably be fighting in the streets of Ireland tonight, but not someone in a Floyd Mayweather mask. He'll be seeing, visions.
Probably, aye. So, happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody in Ireland. Speaking of St. Patrick's Day, I had JJ Aldrich on the show last week. She's from Colorado. Her dad's Irish, though. She takes great pride in her Irish roots. Wears the Irish fight kit. I tweeted her yesterday after the UFC Glasgow announcement, July 16th in UFC Glasgow. If we're not going to have an Ireland card, can we have JJ Aldrich? She's up for it, so hopefully that'll happen. But we got a few months to worry about that. So, is that us?
That is us, yeah.
Right, I will be live tomorrow after the main. I'm 100% sure how we do it, where I would match up us both on YouTube at the same time streaming live, but I will do my best to figure it out, alright? So, ByTheMinute.co tomorrow, 30:30 for the prelims, 9 o'clock for the main card. Probably be about 11:30, the main card will wrap up, and then I'll be live on YouTube, hopefully with you, Nathan, and we'll talk all about the card. So, cheers for joining me.
Cheers, no problem. It's been interesting doing the first video.
Yeah, I know. I'm used to it now, so it's fine. ByTheMinute.co tomorrow. We will speak to you again tomorrow. Cheers.
See ya.